Hello and welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham and I'm your host, and today we have the pleasure of having with us Alesha Brown from Alesha Brown LLC.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Why don't we just start with you giving us an overview. What does your company do?
Yes. Alesha Brown LLC offers writing and editing services, as well as accountability services. So simple, very simple. We help people edit their life. So from the beginning to the end, whether you have a concept to write a book, or you might be halfway through and you just need some help editing, ghostwriting, actual design of that book and your message, that's what Alesha Brown LLC does.
Okay, all right. So my next question was what's unique, but I guess that is unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I found in the services is that a lot of times people, they may not know some of the concept of how you actually publish your book, but also they want someone to walk with them to publish the book. So, knowledge is power, but only if you act upon that. So we offer customized programs to really walk with them, hold their hand through different stages to make sure that you go from just a concept to actual publication.
Is this self-publishing?
Yes, self-publishing, and then for those that are looking at traditional publishing, we also offer guidance for that.
Okay.
Because the way you have to write a book for traditional publishing, depending on what publishing house you want,
Right.
is completely different from self-publishing a book.
Right. Okay. Well, self-publishing has come so far nowadays.
Yes, it has.
It really has.
Yes.
So should everybody write a book?
Absolutely. And let me tell you why. Oftentimes I have people that are like myself. They come from some type of abuse background where they have this message of advocacy. They want to inspire, they want to motivate, and they want to encourage other people. But then you have other people that really want to brand themselves as a subject matter expert. So a lot of times when you see people in the media, you see them on talk show, you wonder how did they get there? A lot of times they use something like a book to position themselves as an expert, and then when they make their pitch to the media, that's how they would get on that program. Same thing, for your website. You have a wonderful business, but how do you convey the message to the clients that you want? A book can be very instrumental for that.
Okay, now how about people who have written a book but they really haven't seen any profits from it?
Actually,
I know a couple of those.
Oh, awesome. Give them my information.
Yeah.
What happened is after I had the business open for about a year, I started getting clients like that. Some of them had anthologies. So they wrote with other people, but they didn't build a background beforehand. So your name was out there in that book, but there wasn't a business, there wasn't a program, there weren't other pieces to actually connect to where people, hey, I'm ready to know more about you, but there's nothing there. So definitely those people, I love to help them. We can do some things in back tracing. But here's another population you may not have thought about that really should write a book. And I say that's the aging seniors. Most of us have a story we can relate to where grandma told you this story, and by the fifth time, your eyes rolled in the back of your head. But when you get older, grandma's no longer here, you don't remember the details quite as well, and you really wish you had something documented. So I tell people sometimes it's just a book for your family, so you can have your legacy written down and have those fine details that are left on record for your children and your grandchildren after you've passed.
Well, that's a good idea. So how does your company offer solutions to some of the problems that are currently trending today?
That's one of the things I always encourage people to do, and we build programs for that. A lot of times there's things happening in the media, and if you look on social media, people are so passionate and they're talking about it, but it goes nowhere. A lot of people have been through some things. A lot of people are experts, maybe your industry, let's say gun control. You might have a solution, you might have some unique concepts that the media is not talking about. So definitely whether it's blog post articles you need to write, sometimes it's magazine articles, sometimes it's press releases you need to pitch the media. And definitely if you had maybe an ebook or you had maybe a paperback book to go along with it, it brands you as an expert so you're able to go in and be warmly received by those various forms of media. Really have your voice heard.
That's it. Okay, is there anything I haven't asked you?
I think you covered everything, but I do want to leave these words and this thought that I share with a lot of clients. A lot of times people are a little apprehensive, and I always say a book is about a book, but not just a book. I compare it to your baby. When you publish a book, you give birth. You give birth, and no one wants you to tell them that their baby's ugly. So we help you at Alesha Brown LLC to make the baby pretty. Make sure how you want the baby to look. Make sure the message that you want delivered when people see your baby and the feeling that you want when they hold your baby. We make sure that that happens, whether it's your book, your blog post, or your message. And you know, I always equate it as well to the Bible. What if those writers never took the time to document those books of the Bible? People all of these years are still being inspired, their life are being transformed, but if there was no record here, we wouldn't have that. So the worst thing you can do is leave this earth without your legacy actually being documented.
Okay, well, inspiring words.
All right.
Well, if you have a book in you, and according to her, everybody does.
Yes, they do.
You can give Alesha a call. Her contact information is at the bottom of this page. It's also at the end of this video. I thank you very much for coming in, and I wish you a great deal of continued success.
Well, thank you, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Thanks.